You know what I'm saying? Because I can still get over there and then life happens. Get over there and die. No. Hi, everybody. We're coming back in a little slower than what we thought before. Everybody that's coming in, just come in, vibe, chill, relax. Don't be on negativity or you will get muted. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to block you. I'm just going to mute you. But this time, I'm going to mute you until I want to unmute you. So just vibe out. Everybody, vibe out. Catch the vibe. Be with the vibe. Be in the vibe. Be a vibe. Vibe. Hi. Hi. Hi, Gogo, and hi, Party Next Door. But yes, Shan, back to your question, baby. The answer I was actually giving you is I actually would not mind. I just still want everything to be fair. Just wouldn't too many times where in other situations where it has happened and it still hasn't actually brought any good to our situation or even his situation. That's why it's like I want to do it where it's fair. I'm tired of shit being unfair on either end. Like it's simple, but too many people want to make shit unfair. But then when the shit get fair, it's like, oh, well, now I can be happy. No, bitch, don't be satisfied now. But yes, a side of him is serious, but I know a side of him is still like, hey, look, what about me? What about me? What about me? And I'm like, okay, well, look, the person that's saying, what about me? I'm gonna forget everything else the other motherfucker's saying because I know for a fact you're still gonna come back and ask, what about you? It's still gonna hurt you. And that's just not fair. We back, yes, we're back, Ashanti. I don't know. I'll go back. Which one? Is this it? I think it. Yeah, these are it right here. I'm just a child rocker. Get my chicks talking, and then I tell the bitch what the fuck you on options. Yeah, right. Fuck you that. No, but, okay, in better terms, Shan, that's my opinion. Like people say, opinions are like assholes. Nothing comes out of them but shit. That's my opinion. It's not an actual fact. That's my opinion. My opinion. Not fact, not truth. My opinion. My point of view. My POV. You got me, I got you. You got me, I got you, girl. Thank you. My POV. Point of view. Yes, he can. Truthfully, yes, the fuck he can. I'm not even lying on that one. Yes, he can. He's always been capable of actually doing that. It's just nobody actually ever gave him the chance, and that wasn't fair. For one, he has a business that he actually has in mind being set, but even before the business, he actually had good paying jobs. I actually tried multiple times to actually reach out, talk to him, and do stuff. Even when my mama used to need stuff for the kids when they were younger, we literally could call him or his dad, and it'd be easy just for them to be like, all right, we got it. We'll bring it. A lot of people don't understand his mental health. Baby, yes, now. That's the whole point. That was then. This is now. That's two different. Those are two different lives. You got present, you got past. You got today and then you got tomorrow. Yes, I am, sir. What about you? How'd you sleep? I know you are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. His mental health is only the way it is because he doesn't have his kids. Literally. When he has his kids around him, when he actually is around them, his mental health is actually good. The only time it actually becomes a problem with his mental health is when he hasn't had his kids, but then he has issues or certain situations like me, Moosey, and other situations where people are literally dangling his kids in front of his face, but he still can't see them. Even with the talks with the girls yesterday, we were still on the phone and literally in the midst of us actually trying to get the kids basically say, look, we love y'all, we love y'all. It just wasn't working. They wouldn't even actually say bye. They just kind of hung up the phone. Because I signed the paperwork, you have to ask other baby mamas about the other situations. Baby, no, it's really just he don't have his kids. It's literally the fact of him not having his kids. Because I know y'all have heard him say plenty of times, if I had our kids here with us, do you really think me and the bitch would be arguing? No, we wouldn't. We'd be too busy in the kids to even worry about a fucking argument. But all of our arguments stem, or all of our disagreements, or all of our debates, all of our discussions, in reality, all our conversations revolve around us not having the kids. That's what he tries to get y'all to see. Literally, that's like the whole point. The kids were here, we wouldn't have issues. But the kids aren't here, and that's the fucking issue. His other baby mamas, oh my god. They different. I'm not gonna lie. Them women are they different. They wouldn't. They would honestly make him a lot more calm. No, honestly, it's I'm trying to work things out with those women. I can't say that. With his other baby mamas, that's issues for a different time period of a different day with a different situation. No. I don't know. Ayana, she cool. Ayana's actually coming around trying to get him to talk to Legend more, actually answers the phone calls, doesn't mind texting him, letting him know like, hey, look, if I'm not busy, I'll hop on FaceTime with you, let you see Legend. Only problem with Yana is she doesn't have transportation, and we don't have transportation. So two people with no motherfucking car trying to figure some shit out. And then both of their health is not in par, really. Yeah. That's a whole different level of a level. And then she's pregnant on top of that. Zaria, she is actually with somebody else. She has another baby with another dude, so she has him there around, gravity and stuff. Moosey, that's just, I don't know. That situation don't make sense to me either. It does. How to put it? What's the word? Why do parents buy their kids stuff that they know they cannot afford, knowing that they are very behind on bills? It's not about if you can afford it or not. It's not about that. It's literally about the fact of, you know, for a fact, you living without it is making it where you can't even get up and actually get your day started. Literally. This is the first time I've ever actually seen him really sleep in. So yeah, today is not a good day. I do. I generally do. Oh my God, Loyalty, we weren't together. Damn it. Loyalty, we were not together, okay? We were not together. Okay. Out of, literally, out of the 10 years, we did not see each other for 5 years. Out of those 10, we did not see each other for 5. So within those 5 years, he spent 2 of those in jail. And the other 3, he basically had his other kids, but we weren't together. We were not actually dating at the time. So when he sit there and be like, oh, well, you know, I did this. Yeah, we weren't together. Okay, in better terms, the reason why he gets mad is because even when we weren't together about the situation of me living in the house with the girls, he felt like, oh, well, you had people bringing drugs to your house where my kids still lay their head, not realizing that could still be danger to them at the end of the day. He's like, I didn't care about you having sex with anybody at the moment. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do, but it's still effective. You basically, oh, well, I'm putting the kids to sleep to go do this. And I can understand his frustration. But what I was trying to get him to see is either way it goes, kids have a bedtime. I'm sorry, but the truth, the non-sugar-coated version of this really being realistic, sir, I took care of the kids all day. I made sure they were actually up, ready for school, dressed, bathed, teeth brushed, hair done. Even most mornings having to do their hair early in the morning just to actually make sure we get to the school at the time, right before drop-off. Drop them off, get the day prepped, clean up, do all of that. Might smoke, might not. But he was like, oh, well, you were tell dudes, oh, yeah, I'm about to put the kids to sleep. Or, yeah, oh, the kids already sleep. Because it's the fact of it's their bedtime. Everybody tells parents that, oh, you can still have a life. But then the moment you still have a life, even around your kids, it's a problem. That's why I tell people, a person can never truly be themselves. I don't care what nobody says. Someone can never truly be themselves because someone is still going to find a problem with it. So you have to give off a approved version of yourself to the world just so everybody can accept it. So yes, he did have a right to be mad. But at the same time, I'm trying to get him to see that, look, I still had to get them up every morning early, probably 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And if I'm not getting them up at that time, that means most likely they're missing too many days of school. When they start missing too many days of school, you don't want my grandmother to go to jail or me go to jail because we can't take them to school because of the fact that they're not getting the proper amount of sleep they're getting because, oh, I let them stay up past their bedtime. But all you look at it as, oh, well, you know, you just put your kids to sleep just to go get some drugs. Not realizing, no, they have a bedtime. On the weekend, they can stay up how long ever the fuck they want. But on the weekdays, knowing they have to go to school, they have to go to sleep at a certain time because I still have to get them up at a certain time. And if not, they're not going to school. I mean, they're not learning. Meaning they're not getting all the milestones they need to actually prepare themselves. So yes, you have the right to be mad, but at the same time, you kind of don't. And that's the truth of me, that's how I feel in that situation. I'm not missing it, Shan. I get why he was mad. Trust me, I get it. But I also tried to get him to see that, look, I don't need you constantly bringing that fact up. Oh, well, you put your kids to sleep just to go get drugs. You put your kids to sleep just to go get drugs. No, they had a bedtime. Even if I was sitting there all the way up until 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I finally text someone, oh yeah, I just finally got to sleep, here I come out, that could still be used against me. It would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because I'm still going out there, still doing that. So it doesn't change what time. Could have let them not go to sleep until 6 o'clock early in the fucking morning. Could have stayed up with them all night and still went and did that. It still would have been a problem. That's the whole point, because I was still doing an act of which he felt like was wrong, which was smoking and having people pull up to the house with meth. Like I said, that's why I say. But people say moms have a life or parents have a life, not realizing parents really don't have lives. They don't. You have to stop everything that you actually love for this child, because something you might love or something that might not even be bad for you. Like for me, I used to actually just go on walks. I had to stop walking because it's the fact of, okay, well look, I'm cleaning up for all these hours, prepping lunch for all these hours, and then by the time that I actually get to walk, it's 30 minutes before I have to actually go get y'all. And then I'm 19, 20 years old, but I still have to ask permission from my folks if I can go walk. I can't just tell them, hey, look, I'm finna go for a walk. No, I have to ask you and get your permission to go somewhere. Like I'm not an adult. Because I just felt, Shannon, I understand that. That's why I keep trying to get him to see. I understand that part, but the one part I don't need you sitting here trying to make seem just because there are messages in my phone saying otherwise in your eyes. Oh, well, you basically just put your kids down to sleep just so you can go out there and get drugs from that nigga. No, they had a bedtime. Their bedtime was at 8 o'clock every night because I had to wake them up by 5:30 every fucking morning just to get them ready by school and get them by at the school at least by 6:30. 6:30 every morning. Get them to that school by 6:30. So yes, buddy, they need all their hours of sleep they can get, because if not, that's stress on me the next day when I have to get them up and all that. So yes, you have the right to be mad about the drug shit, but you have to understand they still have a fucking not a curfew, they still have a bedtime. If they were here with us and we don't actually put them on a proper sleeping schedule, they're sleeping in class, they're doing this, they're doing that, that ultimately fucks them up in the end. So yes, you have every right to be mad, but don't sit here and make it seem like I still wasn't being a good mom. That's the whole point. I get that, Shan. I completely understand that. That's why I said I'm not mad at him about that. But I just try to get him to see that when you say certain stuff like that, it doesn't make it look like that. It makes it look like, oh, well, yeah, she didn't care about her kids. She just put them to sleep for that drug. She said, fuck it if they want to spend time with mommy because she just wanted to go out there to get that drug. That's how it sounds to me when he says it at times. I'm not gonna lie. And that's my opinion. Opinions are like assholes because they do not mean shit. That's my POV. That's how I feel at times. I could be completely wrong, but that's generally how I feel at times. No, I'm not on birth control, people. No, we're not. I'm not gonna lie, Shane, I did have bad patterns. I did, and I even admitted to it, but I also tried to get him to see that even with my bad patterns, I don't want you to forget my good patterns because you keep looking at only the bad. Like, there could be days where you could pull up a post, oh, well, who did the kids' hair like that? Who picked out this style? I did it. But then it would go contrary to, oh, well, you were just too high to even care about your kids at the time. No, I was able to actually make sure they were still straight. Well, you weren't really making sure they were straight if you were doing, no, I still made sure they were straight during the day. I had bad habits at night, yes, but I made sure they were straight during the day. That's what I try to get him to see it sometimes. Like, I don't mind if you chastise me for doing my fucked up deed. Yes, chastise me. But don't just look over the good and just go straight to the bad. That's like me and you spending a whole day together, Shan, and we've had an awesome day. An awesome day. And then at the end of the day, me and you get in one argument, and that one little disagreement, because I tell you, oh, girl, I don't want ketchup on my fries, and you telling me I should eat ketchup on my fries. But just because of that one thing, you forget about all the good that happened throughout the day, and you only want to focus on that bad. And then all throughout it, you only bring up that, but you never look at the good. That's not fair. That's not. Because that's only seeing one side of a situation, when you're supposed to see both. That's why I say I'm not mad about that. I understand where he came from. He had all rights to feel the way he feel, because he just wanted the safety for me and the girls. He didn't want me doing dumb shit like that, and I understand. I just try to get him to see that, look, don't say that I wasn't actually doing what I was supposed to be doing. Yes, like you said, Shan, I had bad patterns. I did. And I should have actually been better at doing certain stuff the way I did it, and not just did shit just to do it. You are right. But don't make it seem like I was just this full bad pattern 24/7 when I wasn't. That's the whole point. Baby, I'm sorry. All those kids look like him. I understand that, but still, what I try to get him to see is I see patterns in him each and every day, but I don't sit there and be like, oh, well, I keep seeing this bad pattern in you, and I feel like this is ruining this, and I feel like this is ruining that. No, I don't. I give you time to see it on your own. Even when I do see stuff on my own, to me at times I feel like it doesn't matter if I say something about it or I speak my mind about it, or even if I come so understanding, nonchalant, so look remorseful or responsible or accountable, because it still didn't take the fact that the act was done away. Literally. I could go the rest of my life being goody goody two shoes, everything is fine, but it doesn't take away all the pain and hurt. So it's like, yes. He is the, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. He is the, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Slight ones, but not as bad. For me, the only patterns that he has now that are kind of bad is, I feel like, selective memory. And the reason why I say selective memory is because even when we have our little private talks, I realize there are moments where he remembers certain shit, and it be the same shit that he literally told me 2 days or 4 days or even 5 days ago. Like, hey, baby, I don't remember this. I don't remember this, but then you remember it. So for me, at times, I do feel like it's selective memory, because the times you remember it is when I've literally been dragged through the mud by everybody online. You remember in times like that, basically as a, hey, look, baby, I understand you think that you did all this fucked up, but look, this is what I did, and here's one of my bad patterns, and then, but then the next day you forget the bad pattern. Or even with certain situations, like, as far as me trying to help him get out of his mind at times. Because all of us have our own inner saboteur. Everyone has their own inner saboteur. You guys, like I said, we are on here with love, peace, and harmony. If you are not on here with love, peace, and harmony, you will get muted. Dead ass. You will get muted. Thank you, Wilson. I did. He doesn't hold stuff over my head. He's just trying to actually get me to see that, hey, look, there's a better way of doing things. And I get it. I know that. That's what I just keep trying to get him to see. He don't. I gotta understand, hurt people just hurt people. What y'all fail to realize is when y'all bring up the conversations, he wants me to already talk about the conversation so he doesn't have to actually talk about it. But I also try to get him to see that there's times where I don't want to talk about it. And it's not that I don't want people knowing, it's just, what's the point of talking about something if people aren't actually going to try to understand you? If they're just going to bash you and just straight outright just, oh, well, fuck you, you stupid, dirty bitch, you stupid. What the fuck is the point? I try to get him to see that all the time. And that's why I try to tell him certain stuff on certain ways, but I feel like his mind hears it a different way. My main comment of literally, you don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing, is meant for y'all. Not for anybody else, but y'all motherfuckers right here. Because there is too much shit that we have told you guys out of the confinedness of our hearts that you guys still find some way. And I'm not talking about the good people in here, certain people. Literally, certain people come in here and still find a way to switch, manipulate, change, turn whatever the fuck we say against us, and then it ultimately puts me and him against each other because of the shit y'all are saying in the comments. That's why I say don't pick a child. It's not Eric and Harriet. It's the young royal family. It's not, it's just, it's one. It's one. It's a fusion. It's not Ruby. It's not Sapphire. It's Garnet. Anybody that watches Steven Universe, it's not Ruby. It's not Sapphire. It's Garnet. They're both together. You really are hurt to find another page like that. You had to be hurt. First of all, Garnet was a fucking fusion. And the two people that were fused for her were not the best of fucking people. And yes, I am gonna say Garnet. It's not no disrespect. Garnet is a fucking fusion. Everybody want to either pick Sapphire or Ruby, not realizing Sapphire and Ruby told them straight up, hey, look, don't pick neither one of us. Pick Garnet. The fuck? It's that simple. Pick fucking Garnet, bitch. I mean, love. But yeah, no. That's all. So I just try to get him to see, like, no. Like, even there's days where I can see I can see him getting in his mind, and I will try my best to help him out of it. And then even in the moments where I help him out of it, he's like, oh, well, I don't really want to hear you talk because it's this, because I'm hurt, because of that, because of this. And I'm like, okay, I'll give you space. But then it's like, oh, well, I want someone I can talk to. Well, if you want someone to talk to, and I'm here to talk to you, but anything I can and say still won't help the issue at hand because the act has already been done. What is the next steps to actually help you get your kids back and not just pacify the situation and have us wait another 10 years and still not get them? What's the best option? that's not hurting, that's not making you look like a bitter baby daddy, or in what people say in court, a bitter baby mama. No, let's do this the right way, where you're actually not hurting other people, not taking people those kids still love away from them ultimately, but you're giving the kids each and every one of them, but you're also just adding yourself to the equation because everybody else puts you out of the equation. It's literally that simple. That's all I try to get him to see. There's nothing wrong with reliving it, but at that point, after you do that, what's the solution? That's the whole point. You can relive it as much as you want, but what the fuck is the solution to get past the conversation? That's the whole point. Loyalty, it feels like you're very hyper, can't go to sleep, almost, in better terms, a bean times 12. A bean times 12. There you go. There you go. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. No, no. No, 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 no. Someone said you stay just because he ate the cat off the bone. No, no. No, baby, I didn't want Adderall. I wanted something that would slowly kill me, but surely. Adderall ain't gonna kill you. It's just gonna have you super focused. No. No, stop it. Yes, I am good, okay? I see I got 129 people in here. Stop it. It's not just because of that, damn. It's not just because of that, God. Okay, but yes, back to the thing. I see we have 130 people in here. While we are vibing, I am going to pin the Cash App. Why? Because I had a $50 goal. Girl, nobody said Adderall. Worried about Adderall? No. Y'all shouldn't be worried about Adderall. But yes, I have a goal to reach $50. I am pinning the Cash App. There's 131 people in here. A quarter of y'all can send $1. A quarter of y'all can send $1. No, that's the whole point. We're not trauma bonding no more. We're heal bonding. We're forming healing bonds. God. Dang. Shit, my God. Greg, fuck, my Greg, God damn it, Greg, shit. Be sorry. You're good, exotic, baby. You good. I'm at my job, bitch. Right here. Clearly, you're talking to it. You're clearly talking to it right now, baby. This is a job on. Takes time, takes energy, literally takes hours. The fuck? Now, if you don't want to send money, there's always, gifts. That's the whole point. You have gifts, the GoFundMe. You even have the actual page where you can like and comment, share. All of that. That's the whole point. Huh? No, nigga. Nothing's wrong. Pop. Baby, we need more flour for one. We need more flour for breaded crafts. Without the flour, we cannot actually do any more breaded crafts pieces, and we still gotta finish this Pillsbury Doughboy. Meaning, We gotta at least buy a good thing of flour to actually last us for a minute for the breaded crafts plus for the food. We need more noodles, we need more eggs, we need actual food. We got a little oil left, so the oil's pretty good. We need more butter for the eggs so the pan won't a lot of stuff. Like just regular cooking flour, you know, like actual regular flour. Baby, we're waiting for those to be approved. We're not stealing no more, baby. That's how I got my felony. We're not stealing no more. We're not stealing no more. That's how I got my felony, baby. We're not doing that no more. We're good people. We've changed. We've changed. No more stealing. Nuh-uh. Not stealing. That was an all purpose. Let me check. Let me check. Actually, let me check. You're right. All purpose. I don't know. Okay. All purpose bleached and enriched. And bleached and enriched. Yes, I have a felony, beautiful. Yes. I am a convicted felon, sadly. Mustard and barbecue sauce. Thanks for arriving. You welcome, London. Try giving y'all a situation. Yes, but we just, I don't know. Yes. He go back to sleep. No, he's at. Baby, I said my goal is $50 by the end of the day. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna take a shot for y'all when them yams come through. Thank you. Start that. You see, like, you have your own goals. For one, I still do actually want to be a criminal investigator. That is one thing I've always wanted to be. I could have went to police academy, but the problem was I ended up going to jail. That kind of stopped me and deterred me from that. And plus, I did not graduate, so that kind of deterred me from that too. I have to wait, honestly, until my record is expunged because I am now a convicted felon, and it takes 7 years for any felony to actually get off your record. So I'll have to wait. I'm not selling shit. Sell your cat, or your ass, or your dick, or your tongue, or your head, your ear, your mouth, because they fuck whatever. Sell that for $50, buddy. With all due respect. No, I don't have a GED RDP. I could have got my GED, but I ain't even gonna lie. On that end, I was procrastinating. I just wasn't trying. Literally, I was not trying. I could have actually got my GED, but I'm not even lying. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do and actually trying to focus the way I should to actually get it. I was on my lollygagging bullshit. So yes, baby, that me getting my GED was my fault because I could have actually got it. I just didn't apply myself. It's not too late. I know it's not too late. Keep me updated, chat. But yes, we have 117 people in here. If everybody sends $1, if everybody that is next to everybody that is next to everybody sends $1, we could get there. It's just $1. Just send $1. Hi, Croaky Stodgy. How are you doing, beautiful? No, but me and him both were working on it. Like literally both working on it. Thank you, loyalty. Thank you, loyalty. It's just $1. Think about it. It's 115 of y'all in here. I am trying to reach $50. If 115 of y'all all just send $1, even if 20 of y'all just send $1, I can reach my goal. Literally, $50 today. That's all I'm trying to reach. A $50 goal. Hi, Toxic Tokyo. I like that. Toxic Tokyo, Toxic Scorpio, Toxic Tokyo, Toxic Scorpio. I like that. Just about baby stuff. Oh, what did you buy her? We need flour. We need eggs. We need to put a little money on the light bill so that can actually stay up because we got a little money on the light bill, but we need more money on the light bill. But yeah, we need more flour for the breaded crafts pieces. If not, we won't be able to fill the Pillsbury Doughboy. Let me go get that for y'all real quick. Show y'all. This is the bottom of the Pillsbury Doughboy that we've started. Only problem is We don't have any more flour, you guys. So with no more flour, we can't do the Pillsbury. That's why I'm saying we need the money so we can get the flour for the Pillsbury. If not, we won't be able to complete the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yes, it is white. We put it in the freezer. I'm gonna turn it around so you guys can see it. Give me one. But yes, right here, literally. We're literally doing a Pillsbury Doughboy. Actually recreating it, molding it, all of that. So yes, we are actually trying to finish it and actually post it on all platforms, actually showing Pillsbury how far we actually got with the Pillsbury Doughboy, how we actually cooked it up, even tagged them in it again because they actually did make a comment on his page about the Pillsbury Doughboy. So yes, honestly, it's literally for one, the business, and two, for food. We going low on noodles for one. We still need chips for pocket. We only got noodles for right now, so it's like we trying to make shit work. Food and necessities. We don't have any more flour, so we can't finish the Pillsbury Doughboy, but we still have to finish it so we can actually finish that project as far as still pushing the business out. So yeah. No flour, no breaded crafts. No breaded crafts, no business. No work. Gotta do work. But we need the stuff for work. Same time. So yeah. Finna put them back in the freezer. This is my job. It's done. We're gonna actually cook it up and then we're gonna epoxy it. After we put the epoxy on it, that's when we're actually keeping it to actually show it off. We're gonna actually epoxy it, and then after we epoxy it, we're gonna put all his bread crafts in there, like as far as his bread bongs. So let's say when he wants to promote a bread bowl, all he has to do is grab the Pillsbury. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna do y'all a demonstration. Okay, this little demonstration. So when we get done with the Pillsbury Doughboy, we're gonna basically epoxy it. But after we epoxy it, we're basically gonna be able to put the top and the bottom on it. But then guess what? We can actually put other breaded craft pieces in the Pillsbury Doughboy. So instead of actually just having, like, you know, to go all around just to get his things, all he has to do is look, take the top off the Pillsbury Doughboy's head, all epoxified, colored, looking good, and then pull out a whole bread, a little bread roll cheddar. Then he can pull out a bread pipe, literally out of the Pillsbury Doughboy, out of actual bread. He has a whole bread jar for his bread crafts. Hi, handsome. I'm doing good. So yes, we gotta make stuff work. We gotta finish Pillsbury. If we don't finish Pillsbury, Pillsbury's gonna be half a Pillsbury. And Pillsbury needs a head, you guys.
And Pillsbury needs a head, you guys.
He can't just have a body now. I don't think parents would allow that to be a commercial. A Pillsbury with just a body, no fucking head.
Actually, I have an idea. But I don't want to say that idea because I don't want nobody to steal it. But I do want to do it. I wanted to make a woman's Pillsbury. I want to make Pillsbury Doughboy. So I guess a girl's Pillsbury, I guess.
Yeah.
Make one. Since they said that Pillsbury is so family oriented, I wanted to make Pillsbury a wife, and I thought it'd be cool or something.
Would.
Hi guys, how y'all doing? I'm really not in the camera. I'm halfway still asleep. Still out of it.
He is halfway still asleep.
Back to sleep. Back to sleep.
It's not bad.
actually.
I am, but I'm short. When you pick me up, I just look like a little tiny little ant. Hi, Chosen. How are you doing, gorgeous? It's not awkward. It's love. If you don't like it, close your eyes. Like they used to say. Cover your eyes, kids. Do like this. Don't make me short and fat. It's not okay. Nobody needs to be short and fat. I'm already short.
She's short and thick. Little vampire. I'm a vampire.
A little ant.
I technically don't wake up till the sun go down.
He doesn't. But yes, I see we have 129 people in here. Yes, a lot of people. A lot. I love when they show affection to each other. Oh, thank you, Chosen.
So much,
Baby, we gotta go to the stove if he gonna eat something. That's the problem. We literally trying to get the funds up so we can go to the stove.
Tell me some gifts. Unless you wish me baby girl, you could always get gifts on that.
No, baby, that's why I just literally told them a couple of seconds ago. Someone was saying, why this? I said, well, y'all can send gifts because we are monetized. I said we would just have to wait until to pay off. I love to see how y'all are in a relationship. If this ain't real couple relationship, LOL. Here's not that bad.
We got 3 kids together. We already go. I'm sorry.
You good?
It's the first time you got restricted like that?
Yeah, they said
they do that.
Authenticity. I said, that's a lie.
They restrict me every single time. I'm motherfucker. What's my
Because I stopped it because it was freezing. But then they said the authenticity thing. I was like, nah, that's a lie.
Yeah, they do that
Y'all
to my
see me
shit all the
sitting
time.
here.
Every single time I step into this motherfucker, they try to act like I'm not authentic. I tell the bitch straight up, I passed your authenticity. You wouldn't even know a motherfucker authentic if it's deep on your head.
Oh, no. I didn't cut the sides off, y'all. I braided.
I cut them.
No, he didn't. I braided them. They're not cut.
I woke up in the middle
They're
of my
not
sleep.
cut.
Stage sleep cutting hair was called sleep cutting.
Sleep cutting.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no sleep cutting.
Mm-hmm.
He just woke up from his nap, y'all. Why did Ashley report you, Loyalty?